If you've ever had this feeling that something was terribly wrong with the world that we live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was, then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. While there's nothing funny about what's going on in the world today, it's actually quite frightening to watch fellow humans act the way that they're acting with social distancing and these other things that they're allowing our government to do. This video, it's going to be very hard pressed to find someone that doesn't laugh at this, whether you like this channel or like me or not. Somebody posted this on my website at callforanuprising.com, and I laughed so hard I had to post it over here on YouTube for people to see it. Clubs are reopening in the UK. Yes, clubs, where people go and dance and have drinks, and obviously a lot of creeps always lurk. Take a look at the new, what I guess is going to be this new way of life in the clubbing world. At least this is over in the Netherlands and over in the UK this is occurring, and probably soon in America when clubs reopen. Take a look at what the social distancing will look like at a club and tell me this isn't one of the most ridiculous, embarrassing things that you've seen in a long time. I mean, I don't even know what to say. First of all, what's the point of even going? You might as well sit in your own living room and put on your iPad or put on YouTube or something and listen to music, because at least you can get up and dance. You literally have to sit in chairs. I mean, are they about to play Duck, Duck, Goose here? I mean, are these people serious? And our society is okay with being treated like this? What if every one of those people walked in and they signed a waiver saying that they don't care if they get The C19, they don't care if it's in the room or not. They want to dance. They want to, meet girls and all that stuff. They still wouldn't be allowed, right? Because they've turned this entire thing into this ridiculous notion that, well, it's not about you, it's about everyone else. Because you can have it, but you're dangerous to other civilians the second you leave this place, right? Which is exactly what I talked about in the last video I uploaded on my website, talking about how they're going to make this entire vax mandatory, is because they're going to say it's not your body or choice because you're affecting other people's lives by deciding not to get it. And that's how they'll come across with making it mandatory. Now, one of the other things that's really interesting, think about this, because a lot of people haven't tied this in. But think about, if you've been following my channel for a while, obviously all the stuff that with Weinstein that occurred, all that stuff, it couldn't have been more planned and fake, right? Second by second, day by day, every celebrity male was getting ousted as somebody who is, sexually harassing a woman, right? And I even did this video on Keanu Reeves because he was getting put in the media as a hero because when he meets women, he refuses to even touch them because he doesn't want to, harass them or make them uncomfortable. And I was saying this is just so ridiculous because we were getting to a point where it was just like, how could a guy even hit on a girl or pick up a girl? They could say it's, harassment, even if the guy goes up to her and says, hey, you're really beautiful. And go, oh, that's harassment. And they literally can call the police on you for harassment. That's how unreal things were getting. And with Keanu, I said in the video, because a lot of people gave me slack for it because they said, well, you're looking too far into it now. And I said, no, look, they're praising him in the public because he won't even go, if a woman introduces herself to him, not only will he not hug her, kiss her on the cheek, he'll distance himself out of respect for her. You don't think that whole thing with Weinstein and all of these celebrities who got outed, who obviously took their orders, who were part of the Brotherhood, you don't think that was part of a plan? Look how that ties in now with social distancing, right? As they were preparing us for men and women not to even be able to communicate with each other, it could have been a form of harassment. And now we have this where, you go to any website, the articles are all talking about how to live in a socially distant world, new hobbies you can have, new things you could do around the house while social distancing yourself from your own family. It's not funny because it's scary that people are being engineered and following this. But it's so ridiculous, sometimes it's hard not to laugh at it. I'm reading stuff that makes me, I can't even believe it, right? We all talked about, everyone who subscribes to my website, you guys who listen to the channel, we talked about how when this entire thing happened with this, movement and this civil unrest, how they were easily going to be able to say that the cases are going to shoot back up, right? They took a week off from even talking about it. They probably sent Fauci over to Bagelville for a little while to get a break. They come back and then they go, oh boy, all these other states, everything is up. And they blame it on what happened on Memorial Day, right? Because they decided to ease everything back from Memorial Day so people could go to the beach and go out. And now they're coming out and they're saying that there's going to be more and more restrictions unless people do the following things. And the number one thing is to social distance. They said people had stopped social distancing. In other words, they want to engineer it into your head so bad that you're afraid to even go near anyone. And not even if they don't pass a law for social distancing, right? Have any of you been out? I'm sure you've been out. I've been to the store to get food. Have you seen people, if you get within 4 feet of them, you could be looking to get baby back ribs or something. You're standing there. There's like 3 people who are just like 5 feet away from you looking at you, who are afraid to come up near you and grab some other piece of meat or anything else because they think you might have it. And they look at you like you're a weirdo if they're picking something out and you go right next to them and grab a can of soup. And they look at you like you just committed a federal offense, or they look at you like you just, curb stomped somebody. It's like, what? Excuse me, I'm just grabbing some soup, because they're getting so engineered and used to this. This is how it's going to continue to go. But look at the behavior in the clubs. And that's not a spoof from The Onion. That's really occurring. And if people actually start getting used to that and going, oh, it's okay, it's cool, it's the new normal, you got to be joking me with what you're allowing your government to do to you. To convince you that you can go out to a club, but you need to sit in chairs like students, and you could bob your head. What in the world is going on? And you can't tell me that when you looked at that video, like I said, whether you like me or not, that's not unbelievably embarrassing and ridiculous to see people behaving like that and following orders to that point. Then why even open the club? right? I mean, that's like opening a restaurant and saying you could come in, sit 6 feet apart from each other, but you can't eat because you got to keep your mask on. So you'd be like, well, what's the point of going to the restaurant? Well, what's the point of going to the club? Oh, to hear some beats for 20 minutes? Oh, man, I'll tell you right now, everybody is falling in line with this stuff, and it isn't going to ease up. I'm telling you, even if they ease up with some of the stuff like the masks, which I don't think they're going to do, the social distancing has become so normal, just like it did in 1984, where it's like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. Oh, and if anyone does do something that would be against social distancing, you're some type of freak or weirdo for doing it, and how dare you do it, and you're putting other people in a bad situation, and they're going to call on Big Brother and tattle you out for doing it. It is unbelievable what's occurring in this world. That video is just more proof of exactly what's going on. I want to remind everyone, please check out the website at callfornuprising.com. Again, if you haven't subscribed, you should subscribe. The forum is overflowing with great information right now. More and more people, since I've had these restrictions here on YouTube, have come over, which is great. It's really good to just learn things from other people, see things just like this video that somebody showed me. I would never have seen it in a million years. It actually brightened my day because I was cracking up. Even though there's nothing funny about the social distancing stuff, except the fact that people are so dumb they're following it. But the fact that, people, I mean, it's hard not to laugh at some of it. It really is, because it's insane. We're living in an insane time period. So check out the website if you haven't checked it out. And I want to thank the patrons, please. If you aren't one, consider becoming one. And because of you, it keeps my YouTube channel alive and helps me continue to put up content here on YouTube as well as on my website. So it's very important from that standpoint. And again, those of you who just like the videos and thumbs them up, that helps as well. Obviously, I hope you know I have 2 channels. I have a lot of people say I don't understand which one's which because they both have the same name, right? One has an orange background, one has a white background. You're currently listening to this on what is technically my backup channel, which was originally my real channel. Yes, it's confusing. I won't even get into it. But that has the white background with the logo. My main one is the yellow background, which most of you already are subscribed to. But make sure you're subscribed to both in the chance that the other one does get on, the strike taken away and gets monetized again. I could put videos up over there and not worry about getting it shut down. But I want to thank everybody again for the support. Unbelievable times. God bless all of you and your families.